Oh, there's this to the corner. What the fuck? Second place, and Goku's just falling down the order now as well as Hero gets up into P3. Pepper's gonna go down the inside for the lead here in Indianapolis. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Pummu Indycar series. We are here at Watkins, Glen, where Pepper will start on pole. We head to the restart zone now. Very close qualifying, but it would be Pepper who would dominate. And into the restart zone they go. Green flag in the air here at Watkins, Glen. It's lap 1, not lap 6. Don't know why it says that. Useless down the inside. He's gonna straight throttle it into turn 1. And already we have a car upside down as they head out of turn 1. They're 3 wide. Going into the S's, and it looks like it's gonna be Mish in the lead 4 wide now. But it's gonna be Mish who's run away with an early lead here. Oh, so hi, welcome back. The race kinda started anyways.
I have noticed.
Oh,
yeah.
Waffles into the inside wall! Oh no, and that's gonna put him all the way to the back. He's gonna join Exotic and Ice to the back. Oh my god, I have not seen Ice's name. Oh! Pepper and CC into the outside wall together. But they're able to keep it going. It's still it's still Mitch in the lead. Joe Musa in second. I don't remember if he's subbing for anyone. I know that V. Kobe is subbing in for championship, contender King, as he was unable to come to this race, and out of the funnel they go. It's still Mish in the lead, and Joe Musa in second. A very good restart for Joe Musa as well, who I don't believe started that high up in the order at all. However, he now has Pepper on his inside, going into the S's. Side by side they go. And Pepper will clear him before they even get out of the S's. So Pepper up into second place. Oh, and there we see Pilot John into the outside wall. V. Kobe gets collected by him as well. They're both able to keep it going, but that's going to slow down both of them. And that's actually going to allow Pepper to get up past V. Kobe as well. So V. Kobe down to 6th position. So Mike... Oh, Pilot John into the inside wall in the chicane! He might get collected. It didn't look like he did. Oh, CC and Waffle into the outside wall, out to chicane as well.
Hey, that's one of the deliveries of all time.
Yeah, these drivers get very Oh, into the wall he goes. These drivers get very creative with deliveries, as Joe Musa, we were just about to talk about it, into the outside wall in the final corner. He's gonna sort of force Pumpkin into the outside corner by sending it down his inside. Vikobi goes in the inside, sort of on his own entirely, and it will just be Joe Musa all the way up into 3rd now. So Joe Musa so far having a decent race, which I believe would be his debut race in this series as well.
Yeah, meanwhile, we have Pilot John in the pits right now.
Oh! Big wreck in the chicane. Pumpkin into the inside wall. Waffles gets shot off to the side. And CC somehow escapes unscathed in that incident, despite being in the middle of it. But he's able to keep it going. As there in the background, I believe that was Pumpkin we saw, may have gone into an incident in the chicane as well. Yeah, he's slow out the chicane, so unfortunate for him as well.
It appears we have a retiree. Speaking of Pilot John going in the pit, he is fully retired, it seems like.
It's been 6 laps. How do we already have a retiree? So, during qualifying, we had Ice and Sticky actually fail to make qualifying. Pepper into the outside wall! Hard into the outside wall. He clipped the grass into the corner, hit the wall straight on, was able to keep it going, but that is massive.
Oh! And I believe, but CC and another driver had quite the battle out of the final turn, causing I'm gonna go with Joe on this name.
Oh, Joe!
Um,
Joe
Joe.
Musa has hit the pit limiter as
Yeah.
well, and he may not be able to hit the pit limiter here. He may not be, he may be in a bit of a bad position.
Oh, and that's a drive-through
And
penalty for Joel.
Joe gets the drive-through penalty, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna have to drive up pit road here to get on pit limited as well. So he can't make it up
Oh,
the hill because of the wall. Oh my god. Well,
oh no.
you know, this is the commentator's curse. Talk about him having a decent debut race, and now he's probably gonna come out of pit road just barely ahead of Pepper. Anyways, here we see up the S's, Joe and Zero starting to battle. They are both on the same lap as each other, but they are both a lap down, and Pepper looking to make it 3 wide, trying to get past this lap traffic here. Oh, and Zero almost manages to block him, and
and Zero.
both of them into the inside wall.
Oh goodness.
And Joe also sort of stuck in the grass a little bit here, struggling to get the car back going. There he goes, finally gets the car back going forward, but loses even more time. And that was a 3-1 does not really work ever in this series, thinking about it.
Yeah, drivers are complaining a little bit on the comms that there are no cautions being called with as many into Mitts, because there's an interesting battle going on here. You got Kyle going off the track, and Mitts is right through.
Yeah, Kyle,
yet
another driver to go a lap down so far this race. Only lap 10, and we've had 4 people go a lap down and 1 retire. Well, 3 people to go a lap down, with 1 retiree, I should say.
Wait, you mean to tell me? Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Mitts is leading this race after what happened last race.
Yeah, actually.
I'm a little shocked.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest.
Yeah, I thought it was
she
got away really well during the chaos at the start. Yeah, and here we will watch this battle. Oh, big contact there out of turn 1 between Joe and Exotic. They're sent Exotic all the way to the inside. Well, I have never seen a car get hit that hard where they've go fully sideways, and it's just gonna be Waffles who's gonna watch this happen ahead of him, and we'll just go, oh, thanks for P4, buddy, and we'll just continue on with his day.
Nice.
I want to talk about margin for error. This is what it's like to be Pepper, living on the edge. I mean,
and CC making a move on ice?
Oh, through the S's.
Ooh.
That is an extremely nice livery for ice. They go side by side into the chicane. How will this work out? It won't! Zero gets collected. Zero's on his roof. It's going to be a caution. Zero on his roof in the chicane. And, well, caution number 1, baby. We're still the leader. You know what's funny? Mitch and Pepper have an entire lap to go. They actually just managed to pass the line. Mitch actually clips Zero in the chicane and useless into the inside wall. Pepper collects him. Puts him at a little bit of an advantage. Anyways, caution will now officially fly as Mitch crosses the line. It will be still Mitch in the lead by... After that incident by 7 seconds. So far, a decent race for Mitch. We'll have to wait and see, though. This caution could be quite chaotic for them, as we've seen. I believe Pepper is typing something in the chat as he just idles into the wall. Where they are allowed... Oh yeah, so the pits are gonna be open, but drivers are allowed to join the race as long as it is before the halfway point of the race, and of course, Yeah, before the halfway point of the race, and they automatically go a lap down if they decide to merge. There we saw.
Oh dear.
I'm surprised Waffles isn't trying to make a case that he should be ahead of Pepper, unless he is.
No, Waffle is not saying
Very
a word.
I guess Waffles has decided he wants to start in 4th. No word if we're going green this time, though. Oh, never mind. Oh, excuse me, we will be going green this time. It will be once again Pepper in the lead. He didn't lead out of turn 1 on the first restart. Let's see if he'll be able to do it this time. Green flag in the air once again here at Watkins Glen. And Pepper gets away nicely. It's they're 3 wide for 3rd position. Out of the corner they go. It's still Mitch in 2nd as VK and Waffles make contact out of the corner. That's going to slow VK down, allow Exotic to move up into 3rd. Through the S's they go. They're still mostly clean with it, but it will be...
Right at the back, we got... Oh, no, go on.
No, anyways, into the chicane they go! Exotic into the inside wall! And Exotic around hard into the wall, and there goes his restart, and Mitch looking to make a move on Pepper through the carousel. And Pepper into the wall! And he might get collected by the field. No, everyone avoids him. Pepper into the wall. Around he goes. Mitch into the lead. Kobe into 2nd. Oh, and Mitch is in the outside wall out the front corner. She's slow. She's gonna block Kobe very aggressively. Kobe, I'm sure, is not gonna be happy for that. With that, into turn 1 they go. He's gonna send it on her. Send her into the outside wall. Mitch slow out of the corner. Kobe decides that he does not want to fight Mitch any longer than he needs to. Sends it, and now he has Pumpkin and Cece right on his rear wing going towards the chicane. Where have I seen a 3-way battle go wrong in the chicane before? I wonder. Into the chicane they go. Oh, Kobe into the wall again, and Pumpkin into the lead for the first time this season. At least to my memory, it is chaos as these laps start. The restart. Oh my goodness.
Well, I'll move up a little bit.
That let Pumpkin move up quite a bit, actually. Oh, and Kobe right off the track. He's gonna avoid the wall, though.
Pepper get back into contention, though.
Yeah, that did actually bring Pepper right back into the pack, though. You are right. Very good news. Oh my goodness! And speaking of Pepper,
and VK, oh my goodness, he is sending it.
Yeah, Pepper.
Pumpkin into the wall.
Pumpkin into the wall. Multiple drivers into the wall. Out of turn 1, I should say. Excuse me. And Pepper from basically nowhere is now part of this battle for 2nd. Waffles will now lead. This is not his first time leading a race this season. I don't think it is, at least. Oh, side by side into the chicane. Pumpkin and Pepper go. Here comes Cece. Want to become a part of this battle. Here comes Useless. With a better line, gets past Pepper. Ice might be able to get past Pepper as well through the carousel. I think that was a little bit of a bump Kobe gave Ice to bump him up the track. That sent Pepper wide, but he is able to keep it going as well. Joe Musa, after unlapping himself on the restart, was not allowed to catch back up to the field, though, and so he will go back a lap down. Useless and CC make contact in the final corner. They're able to keep it going. Useless gets a better run on Pumpkin down the front stretch, and here comes Pepper again. Oh, Pepper up into 4th. Now he's going to become a part of this battle for 2nd. As Big pile up into the outside wall. Is Pepper involved as well, and it's going to be a caution. That was at least 7 cars involved into the outside wall. None of them flip over, though, but there's still a big wreck, and there's Mitch and Pumpkin battling for, I believe, still 2nd position here. I believe that was a little bit of a block from Pumpkin that stopped Mitch from Pumpkin on his roof into the chicane!
Into the inner wall. Oh, no.
Well, if we didn't have a caution earlier, we have one now. And driving standards have somehow dropped even lower. it appears. It's like Eustace might be looking for a better run out the corner, but he's not gonna get it. So it will be Waffle who will lead this race as we go back under caution. Again, it'll be CC in second, Exotic in third, Useless in fourth, Mitch and Pepper battling for fifth, but I believe it will be Mitch in fifth, Pepper in sixth, Ice in seventh, Vkobe in eighth, and, well, Pumpkin in ninth, as I believe he's the only lead lap driver left. You know, I'm thinking about it. Looking at deliveries that these cars are running, we now technically have a Mercedes in second, a Red Bull in fourth, and a Ferrari in fifth, as well as a McLaren in sixth.
Alright.
I mean, I'm not wrong.
You're not. Just disappointed.
So here we go. Pits will open, I believe is what the word from race control was. Pits will open. That yellow line is the commitment line, and it's going to be Waffles into pit road as CC who waits until a little bit after the commitment line to decide to come down pit road. Everyone's just going to full throttle into pit road like last time, except I believe if everyone does it, then everyone will be to the back and it won't matter. Is, I believe, the general consensus. Oh, never mind. There goes Exotic, and Pepper will be to the back. A big disaster for Pepper, who will have a little bit of an argument that everyone else did it. And Ice is somehow on his roof in pit road. And they're piling up into him. Don't know how they did it, but anyway. They always find a way to make this race even more chaotic. As, again, we have new drivers coming back to the field. Actually, only one new driver, Dambo. We will be lap 22 out of 55. I believe there was 3 cars who will be to the back. Of course, one of them will be Pepper. Big news there for Pepper. Unfortunate for him. He just wanted to follow everyone else in, and I mean, unless the pace speed is slower than the pit speed, which is impossible. I don't really see why they're all full throttling into pit road like that. Very odd. But unfortunately for Pepper, he's gonna have to make that argument later. As I believe we will be going green this time, once again, for the third time today at Watkins Glen. Except this time it will be CC in the lead. Or is that the indication? No, never mind, we will be green this time. So here we go then, CC will lead out of into the restart zone. We've seen that you don't want to lead on these restarts, so green flag in the air. And here we go, and a little bit of chaos already as they go 4 wide for third position there. They're gonna go 3 wide into the S's though. Don't know if I recommend that though. We'll have to wait and see. It'll still be CC in the lead. They've somehow been able to keep it all in one piece. We'll have to wait and see if that remains true. Into the Mitch up into second. She might be able to make a move for the lead on the outside of the chicane. Here we go then. No, she's not close enough to make a move. And surprise, surprise, they actually survive. Out of the chicane, they go up into the outside wall though. Just a little bit too soon. CC's starting to run away with his lead. It has happened every restart. Once you lead out of the chicane, Mitch on his roof. And that is going to be yet another caution.
With the yep. They could not turn those.
Oh, and they're going to pile up into the final corner as there we see Ice for a second clip the grass final corner. I wasn't aware that the grass was slipping in the final corner, but it is. But it will be chaos into the final corner, but it will still be CC in the lead. Go under caution here at Watkins Glen. What a race and always just being chaos. Last race we had here being a wreck fest as well. So the last race we also had here was also had one of the most chaotic wrecks in the chicane I think I have ever seen in any series. Are now allowed to unlap themselves, and it will be a quick caution, which will mean that we will be very simply going back green this time. So it's gonna be Ice and Dambo and Mitch will be a lap down. Mitch a lap down because she had to respawn her car as Exotic got trapped in the grass there into the corner, and Lando Norris apparently is stuck in the chicane and is out of this race now. Unfortunate for the Indycar series and a McLaren Formula 1 driver.
The good news is, it wasn't the worst loss. They had a minute 29 as their fastest lap.
Oh dear God.
We've hadn't been here very long, so.
A minute 29 lap time. I didn't go for qualifying because they started pacing literally as I started recording. Or actually, no, they were in the chicane by the time I started recording, but the pole time is a 106 by Pepper, so a 129 is very slightly off pace. Anyways, into the restart zone we go. Green flag, once again, here at Watkins Glen. And it looks like everyone's waiting to turn 1 they go, though. And it's gonna be Joe Musa who has Pepper. Oh, Joe Musa into the outside wall, comes to a dead stop instantly. I'm sure we're not gonna see any complaints about these outside walls after this race. No, not at all. But it's still CC in the lead, and Pumpkin only a few car lengths back. Oh no. And I freeze as they go into OC into the inside wall as I unlock. As soon as I come back, oh, and they're piling up again out of the chicane. And
they're sorting themselves out though, so
I'm surprised to see two things actually. One, that wreck was so big, see, despite slamming into the inside wall, it's still in second and still has sight of first place. And two, that there was not a caution called for that, but there was a caution called for the 3-car pile-up in turn 1. Interesting decision, but we'll... Oh, CC to the outside wall. That might allow Kobe to make a move on him. Oh, that's easy. Waffles is going to be able to get past him here in a second as well. So unfortunate for CC. Of course, I mentioned earlier that, of course, I think I commentators curse CC. Well, I literally said I wonder if we're gonna see some luck go to CC this time, and unfortunately, well, maybe not.
Oh. Waffles.
And there goes Waffles.
That was...
He's not close enough to make a move, I don't think. Into the chicane they go, though. Oh, it looks like Kobe has to slow down massively to avoid the wall. He took an awkward line. That's going to allow CC to move up into second quite easily. Make a move? No, there's not going to be any room. He's going to have to bump him up the S's. They go out of the S's and towards the chicane they go. Pepper right on the rear wing of Pumpkin here into the chicane. Pepper, I don't think will be able to make a move here. He's just gonna have to make a better line as Pumpkin jumps up in the air, but somehow stays on track. They're gonna go side by side through the carousel. Pumpkin just barely poking his nose enough to be able to remain side by side through the carousel. Now down the backstretch they go. It's gonna be Pepper clear him for 4th position before they reach the penultimate corner. But Pumpkin's gonna give Pepper a bit of a bump here, and Pepper's gonna bump him back into the grass. That's gonna compromise. Pumpkin's will be up into 4th position, just like that. They go, Joe goes defensive. Waffles does a bit of a switchback. That's gonna allow both of them to go side by side down the front stretch, drag racing into turn 1, but Joe clears him, and Joe again cuts him off and goes into the inside wall.
Oh, Joe.
And that is the end of that battle, if you Unfortunately, there we see Joe just parked on the on the inside of the
I
apex
hope
of
you got
turn
that.
one, just parked there in disbelief, I believe.
Hope you got the angle of Mitz getting past Zodic right
Yeah,
at that corner as well, though.
I think I did actually. I didn't actually see that
That was a
overtake.
really nice
Good call
overtake.
there for you.
Joel doing what? Oh,
Joe is um
so to quote Joel in the comms, I can do whatever I want.
and I believe we may or may have not have seen why that suspension happened. Anyway, CC and V Kobe side by side for second now. Trudy S's, and look at just behind them who it is. Pepper catching up to this battle as well. But here we go.
That was a battle for second position. Sorry.
That oh CC. Oh, and CC sends it
Oh,
too hard into the chicane, and he's gonna have to take the runoff, and he goes too fast as well. And so CC out of this battle, that is disaster for
into
him.
the inner wall at that same area too. That's
And I
oh
think that
man.
may have been CC out of this race as well. I don't see him on the tracker anymore. I guess we'll find it out. Anyways, here we go then. Battle for second. Maybe not anymore. Drew goes Pepper on a much better line on Vkobe. That has to be one of the cleanest overtakes I've seen in this series in a hot minute. And Pepper, I mean, he's not the championship leader for... I mean, he's the championship leader for a reason, excuse me. Gets past Vkobe quite easily. Oh, he's at the outside wall in the final corner though, and that's gonna allow Vkobe to get right past him. So I mentioned Pepper making an extremely good move.
Oh.
Talk about him being the leader. And of course Vkobe decides to prove otherwise. Or Pepper decides to prove otherwise. Excuse me. God, I'm messing up.
Meanwhile, at blue flagging, but I got a feeling he's not really wanting to let him go through. Oh, and he's rescinded
And...
as well as Ice.
Oh, and Ice slow out the chicane. Big news, Ice rejoins the track. And this battle for second has turned into the battle for the lead. And I'm absolutely sure. And it's going to be a caution? Unless it's a caution for something else. But looking at the tracker, I don't see any stopped cars anywhere else.
Maybe Exotic. Maybe. No. Exotic's fine.
So...
Yeah, that might. Yeah.
Well, here we go then. This is your race back for the lead here. Going on to the third caution. The Davy Kobe slow out the final corner, but Pepper just not able to get enough of a run to make it work. And it will be V Kobe who will lead across the line onto our third caution of the day. Slightly concerning news. Joe Musa has rejoined under this caution. Uh-oh. Pits are open. Go then. I will be very surprised to see some of these people not pit, but as I expected, everyone will be down pit road. And it will be a lot more careful from all of these drivers, trying not to get dinged for speeding. Oh, there's VK who had to reset, I can tell, because his name isn't there anymore. There he is. So it'll be VK who will lead, excuse me, not Waffles. And I believe we will be going green this time. Yeah, here we go. Green this time. It will be Vkobe who will lead. Waffles in second, Pumpkin in third. And Pepper down in fifth with Mitch right behind him. And I'm about to be very curious about how this is about to go. Into the restart zone they go. Green flag in air once again here at Watkins Glen. And it looks like Pumpkin's gonna make a move down the inside of Waffles. And Mitch into the inside wall. Tried to...
Listen, Dambo.
Yeah, it's still Vkobe in the lead though. Pumpkin in second. Waffles got sent down the inside by Pumpkin there on the restart in turn 1. Falls down to fourth because of it, but still a part of this pack. Now into the chicane they go.
Unfortunately,
Oh, Vicobi into the inside
Ooh.
wall! Vicobi into the inside wall. Pepper collected as well as a couple of other drivers. And from being sent into the stratosphere to now leading this race, it's Joe Musa with a decent gap, though it's Pumpkin and Exotic behind. But yeah, see you later, War. Thank you for joining for the while you did. You almost made it to the end of the race, actually. I think
Almost.
you probably would have made it if there wasn't 500 cautions.
Possibly. But either way, y'all have a good day. Bye.
Bye. I did not think that the Discord leaves that. Oh my god! Big wreck into the chicane. Pumpkin on his roof. Mitch collects him. Pumpkin goes flying into the air. Joe is wide out of the carousel. We will go under caution once again. It's going to be raised back here for the lead. Exotic and Vicobi looking to lead as well, but it's looking like Joe's going to be able to lead as Vicobi looks for the inside of Exotic. Joe's into the outside wall. Exotic gets blocked, and Vicobi will very simply just say thanks for the position into the lead for the race back here on lap 40 of 50. And we are once again under caution here at Watkins Glen. Oh, and it's going to be a quick caution, so we will be green this time here. I mean, that's completely fair. It wasn't that long ago that we had our the caution. So, green this time as I freeze as soon as I begin this clip here. Green this time is going to be Kobe in the lead, Joe in second, Exotic in third, Pepper in fourth, Waffles in fifth, Useless in sixth, Dambo in seventh, Mitch all the way down in eighth, Ice in ninth, Pumpkin in 10th. We started this race with 14 cars. We now only have a 10-car field, which is a lot more than I thought we had, actually. And here we go, out of the final corner they go. It will be Vicobi who will lead here into the restart zone. And we are green once again here at Watkins Glen. And it looks like Vicobi and Joe have been able to run away from the rest of the field by a lot. And look at Pepper, sent it too hard out of the corner into the outside wall. Disaster for Pumpkin. They're bunching up into the S's they go. It's still Vicobi in the lead and Joe in second, but it is chaos for third. And surprisingly, they survived the melee. And Mitch and Exotic side by side for third position, but it's going to be Mitch who will be able to clear him as they get into the chicane. Vicobi into the inside wall again. Multiple drivers into the wall. Even more drivers into the second wall, and it's going to be Ice, Mitch, and Waffles who will come out as your top three. Well, so it'll be Waffles in the lead, but Mitch has more momentum out of the S's. I don't know where she found that extra momentum, but it will help her up into the lead here into the chicane. They go, Waffles into the wall, and Ice on his roof, and it's going to be yet another caution. I knew that this race had the potential to be a little bit more chaotic. I just didn't think that it was going to be chaotic as in wreck every single time there were more than one cars going into the chicane at once. Joe Musa's slow out of the final corner. I'm unsure as to why. He's actually slow across the line as well. Looked like he tried to block Pepper there. Wasn't able to get there in time though, and we will once again go under caution here at Watkins Glen. Yeah, so here we go. Pits will be open here. And I will be very surprised to not see everyone come down pit road. So far, it looks like Pumpkin and Joel actually abandoned the commitment line. But so far, it's only going to be Pumpkin who will stay out, as well as Ice, who I believe may have just been unlapping himself. But Still Pumpkin and Ice, there are only 2 cars to stay out here. And here we go then. It will be Pumpkin who will lead as we get ready to go green. Ice in second, Mitch in third, Pepper in fourth, Exotic in fifth, Kobe in sixth, Waffle in seventh, Useless in eighth, and Joe and Dembo were told to go to the back for speeding in pit road. Here we go then. As we get ready to go green once again. Here at Watkins, Glen, they're bunching up a bit and Mitch is restarting ahead of Ice. Mitch may have to lift off here out of turn 1. We'll have to wait and see though. Into turn 1 they go, still single file. And unless there's chaos out the corner, it's gonna be Pumpkin in the lead, Mitch right on his rear wing. Pumpkin or Pepper looking for the outside of Ice, now the inside through the second part, the S's. And Pepper will be up into third, Ice falling back on his restart, and I believe that race control may allow Mitch to keep the position as they're saying that Ice was too slow, under pacing. Big bump there for Mitch into the chicane, but it looks like just about everyone will survive. No, big wreck in the back, Waffles and Useless around. But they're able to get it back going, and there will be no caution for it. So Mitch into the lead. Pumpkin throws a late block on Pepper here. And into the penultimate corner, Pepper sends it into the smallest gap you've ever seen. Now on the outside of the final corner, and Pumpkin's actually going to force his way to make sure that he's clear for second. And Pepper is going to be able to get... Oh my goodness, I think that was Pumpkin into the inside wall. Big time into the inside wall. They're 3 wide through the carousel. And 3 wide down the backstretch. Pepper looking to clear any of them. It's not going to work. Exotic clears Ice, looks for the inside, gives Pepper a big bump. Not going to really benefit him any though. Exotic down the inside of Pepper, just about got his nose there. It's going to cause them to go slow, and they're still 3 wide down the front stretch. And Exotic pushing Pepper into the grass, then swerves to give him room, not wanting to be dirty. Ice needs to be careful about that inside wall, is careful about the inside wall. Kobe into the outside wall on the exit of turn 1 is going to allow for this to be a 3-way battle for second. Now with Pepper's actually going to lose out on this battle through the S's, but he's going to regain on them as they go wide in that second part. Musa a part of this battle as well, and here comes Pepper down the inside of Exotic probably. Got his nose there, they're going to bump and Pepper's going to get shot wide into the chicane. He's able to recover though, and it's going to be Kobe still in second. Mitch is running away with this win at the moment. It will be 3 to go when she crosses the line and once she's out the final corner, but this is your battle for second then. Between Exotic and Ice. No, this is your battle for third, excuse me. Battle for third, Exotic looked for the inside. Ice covers this off, but then it's slow out of the final corner. That's gonna not help Exotic any, and that's gonna allow Joe and Pepper to swarm them. They're gonna go 3 wide. They're gonna make contact. They're both gonna get lifted into the air. Pepper's gonna send it down the inside of Joe. He's gonna give him a big bump. Joe and Exotic into the outside wall, and that's gonna bump them both out the way. Joe's gonna throw a crazy block on Nambo. Isn't going to be able to get there in time. Sticky will go a lap down as he's been allowed to merge. As thank you Roblox for informing me that 0 to Hero is back to watch the end of this race, as Sticky is actually currently marked at 45 laps down. Unsure about how accurate that is at the moment. But now look, Pepper has caught right up to Vkobe, and Vkobe may need to put up a little bit of defense as they go through the chicane. Now into the carousel they go. Vkobe will hold on to the inside. Vkobe doing everything he can to defend the second place here. Oh, but he's going to be slow out of the carousel. He tried to squeeze Pepper into the grass, but he wasn't there in time, and so they will go side by side into the penultimate corner. And I believe that Pepper's going to have the inside in the final corner. This is the preferred line in the final corner. White flag in air. These two will take the white flag as they go side by side for second here. And here we go then. Final lap here of didn't think it would come fast enough. And here we go. Outside of turn 1, he's going to be able to clear Pepper into the S's. But we've seen Pepper been able to line that has just been faster, able to maintain more speed through the S's. Oh, but Pepper clips the wall. And that may have been all she wrote for this battle. Just a small little mistake for Pepper there. And that may have ended the battle right then and there. We'll have to wait and see. Through the chicane they go. Through the chicane they go. Through the carousel they go now. Vikobi still holding on to second. And we will turn back to this battle here in a second as we turn to Mitch, who will win her second race of this season here at Watkins Glen. Across the line, second time winner for Mitch. And now we come back and Pepper and Vikobi side by side into the final corner. Pepper into the outside wall. I'm not sure what happened there. We turn our attention away to watch Mitch cross the line. But it's going to be Vikobi up in second. And Pepper hard into the outside wall. We'll have to just accept third for the moment unless there's a late penalty. And now we're probably about to see chaos in turn 1 as is tradition. Or she will try at least. I think she was about to run out of fuel actually. As we see her quickly respawn her car as she drives by victory lane. Actually, we'll be able to take a look at the leaderboard and see that Mitch actually got the fastest lap of the race by an entire second. But yeah, we've seen it once before. We see it once again. Mitch into victory lane here at Watkins Glen. A very impressive race. She was able to stay towards the front for majority of this race. Of course, a few incidents here and there, but I think you can say that for literally everyone in this race. But it will be Mitch will win here of round 12. Other than that, then we'll look at the rest of the order here as I will pull it up on my screen here. Of course, it will be Mitch who will win. It will be Vikobi in second, Pepper in third. That was the battle we were watching there as they came into the final corner. It'll be Exotic in fourth. Dambo in fifth. Ice in sixth. Useless in seventh. Waffles in eighth. Joe in ninth. Pumpkin and CC are marked 10th and 11th despite both failing to finish the race. Zero will finish 12th at the moment, considered 19 laps down. Will, or Lando Norris, as I mentioned, is 13th, though is also do not finish, or did not finish, excuse me. Sticky will be 14th, though is considered 45 laps down, and of course we saw Pilot John retire in the beginning half of this race. But yeah, she's done it before, she did it again. Mitch in pit road victory lane, excuse me. Thank you all for watching here on the Pummu Indycar series. Today wasn't the cleanest race. Maybe we'll have more luck as we head into Road America for round 13 here in the Pummu Indycar series. I'm Fennicle, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.